Hello again, this is Wayne Karen, doing another episode for my YouTube channel. We're going to talk about a subject today that mainly concerns music majors, trumpet majors in college and grad school. It's called senior recital preparation. Now, in most schools of music or department of music, even if you don't major in performance, you have to have some kind of senior recital. If you're a performance major, you may have to do a junior and a senior recital. And it's looming over you from the very first day you start as a music major. Now, the main concern in a senior recital is endurance. Getting from the beginning to the end. However, most students don't really know how to prepare for that. They think they do, but most of them don't. Now, in selecting your senior recital music, obviously you're not going to select pieces you can't play. But I have my students, and I've had hundreds of senior recitals in my career. The format that I use for senior recital is you find one major piece, multi-movement usually, Haydn, Hummel, Hindemith, Kennan Sonata, whatever. And that's your main piece. Then you fill in around that with what I call fillers. Single movement pieces, cornet solos. You could do ensembles, you could do a brass quintet, you could do a trio, or anything that fills in the time. And every school has a different time requirement for how long those recitals are. Now, all my students who have followed this advice I'm going to give you right now have never had any trouble whatsoever in endurance getting through their recital. I call it the 30-day rule. This is what it is. Your recital must be absolutely under your fingers, minimum of 30 days before the recital. Minimum 30 days before the recital. Then, every day, for 30 days straight, you warm up at your first session as if the recital is right now, and you play straight through that recital, counting all the rests. It's important to know where you're going to be tired. You will be tired, don't ever kid yourself about that. Now, the reason you do it for 30 days is most people, the first couple of times they try it, they can't get through it. So the more you do it, your body builds up the strength to get through it. It's like learning how to run a marathon. A sprinter would no more run a marathon without training for a marathon than he would to jump off a bridge. So you're running a marathon right now. You've got to condition your chops, body, everything for this marathon of playing. Now, playing a 45-minute or an hour trumpet recital is extremely difficult. I don't think there's anybody in the world that makes their living totally playing trumpet recitals. They may do a lot of solo appearances and maybe play 2 or 3 pieces occasionally. But not many people make their complete living playing trumpet recitals. And that's the reason. It is so strenuous to do. Now here's some other advice. A lot of students make this senior recital like it's the epitome of their career up to that point. They blow it completely out of proportion. Make it take on more gravitas than it really has. It's just another gig. That's what you think about it. Just another gig. So don't blow it out of proportion because you'll be a nervous wreck, because you'll start thinking, ooh, I got to show everybody how good I am because, you know, this is my last thing and it's got to be great. It's got to be great. Well, right there you're building all kind of obstacles that are going to make you a nervous wreck. The other thing is, if your family is going to come and they're going to have a reception for you, don't get involved with it. You got enough to worry about playing. If they're going to serve punch and cookies or whatever, let them do it. You don't get involved with it. Now, as far as what you wear, men, you must have a concert jacket and a concert shirt. Your shirt should be at least one whole size larger than normal. So when you put on your tie, it's not tight around your neck. My tuxedo jackets are all a half a size larger than normal. So when I raise my arms, it's not binding under my arms. This will be very distracting if you're not used to it. I have concert shoes that I wear until they're broken in to where I'm comfortable standing and walking in them. That's another distraction. Don't do that. Have special shoes that you only perform in. All right, ladies, if you don't practice in high heels, don't perform in high heels. Because when you use high heels, it shifts your balance and weight will interfere with your breathing. Many of my female students have played their recitals in ballet slippers. Very comfortable. They usually wear long dresses. You can't see them. Very comfortable. Their balance is on their heels where it should be. It's not pitching them forward. Anyway, those are some words of wisdom after doing hundreds of recitals. And again, all your fundamentals have to be in place. If they're not, you're going to be in trouble. Okay, guys. See you next time.